to introduce you to some of my work.
There you go. Anything else?
And I've been in the graffiti game since 1984, in its earlier years, but not in its beginning, on and off. And now I'm taking from what I usually do on the walls and I'm transferring it to the canvas so that everybody can enjoy my work from here and everywhere else throughout the world. Thank you.
To my menace and energy, enemies better be ready for my remedy. Pen and ink, independently meddling in a medley. And I see a devil speaking, then I beat him with my preventative speech. We go back and forth about the top of black and horse. I'm down with my adrenaline is pounding like a matador. I'm about to see his master sword attack me, then it black is more. Silence come up from my throat, and this is what I asked him for. Let my soul free. You told me solely I wasn't the only, hoping for a golden closing. It was unfolding, and then I started glowing, floating a minute, throwing them potent potables. Only to find he wasn't vulnerable to what I'm slowly unloading. So I sat there alone, tapping my dome, trying to figure out a way to have him trapped in my zone. Said your passion is known, and I applaud you for this. But remember, evil will always exist.
Many people try to fight the enemy under their own power. This is particularly dangerous for people who are not skilled, nor developed, nor consecrated to the point that you have the level of anointing to fight the enemy.
He started explaining himself, talking at fast speech, way ahead of my time, so we started it last week. He passed me and said he was moving to regard him. Might have heard it in the story that two humans were a part of. All he had to do was turn down the food that I offered him, but he was idiotic and immediately got it. And Adam was that dumb to listen to Eve, thus creating sin in the seed. So what does this mean? God's not perfect. Cause if he was, he wouldn't create a person with flaws. Jesus wouldn't be crossed, your religion is wrong. The Bible wouldn't be used to hurt people with lost. Superhuman, what I tell you, don't even put in a song. Cause no one will believe we, the mind is already gone into a place where I can reach him and he will easily spawn. Don't be worshiping idols when you lay down and sleep. Another misconception sin cause you're praying to me.
So God has allowed Satan to deceive most people. They don't understand this. They're not aware of it because they don't really study this book. That's the key. You've got to learn to study this book.
As I resisted and fought, I thought of shit that he said. He said he lived with the feds and inside the president's head. He said he was there when the blacks and Indians bled. He told me why they really wanted John F. Kennedy dead. Said he was riding in the back when Tupac died. As the bullets went in him, he looked in Tupac's eyes. Told me 9/11 was the beginning for him to rise. And he told me the reason behind New Orleans' demise. They blew the levees. The hurricane was used as a cover in the curtain. The blast marks found on the walls to be certain. Let's not be fooled. Get up and learn. They knocked the hole that was ever in the burn. A plot by those to get up and a turn like Nazi gold in the Federal Reserve. I stopped and froze. He left me cursed. Said I'll see you when you leave this earth. We underground hip hop. That's what they label us. We fight for independence. Got a chance of never making it. We underground hip hop. That's what we're called. We ain't afraid to say fuck y'all when money's involved. We underground hip hop. That's how we're viewed because of our views and our intent to stay true. We underground hip hop. That's right, get closer. Label us what you want. We'll never sell out our culture. Well, hip hop is my heart and music's my soul. Without it, I'll feel useless and probably die in a hole. If I can control how my life takes flight when I flow, then I'll be alright with what I speak through the mic at a show. It's a weeknight. My wife would be mad when I would come home, but she don't understand what it's like in the zone. Sitting up reciting alone, 3 a.m. she's sleeping. I'm halfway into writing his poem. See, that's where I belong. Practicing my penmanship, trying to get a mental grip on how I spread my messages. I come too far to let it slip, a ride that I'm not getting off. Paint the 9-to-5 portrait without me cause I'm better off. I wasn't made for the regular life, bread and box. I guess I'm different and so the world to hear my 7 thoughts. So now you know what I do this for. Instead of stop, I carry the torch for hip-hop and I'll never let it drop. We underground hip-hop, that's what they label us. We fight for independence, got a chance of never making it. We underground hip-hop, that's what we're called. We ain't afraid to say fuck y'all when money's involved. We underground hip-hop, that's how we're viewed because of our views and our intent to stay true. We underground hip-hop, that's right, get closer. Label us what you want, we'll never sell out our culture. I'm embedded in the scene, so bet I'll never leave. And bet that my beliefs will never stretch up at the seams. I'll never let up in the least. But the lesser of it means that my everyday regular living might just get released. Whatever, that's the beast, I'm just trying to get a piece. With my progressive effort to better off MCs. You'll see if that's a lesson that I'm better off to teach. Instead of trying to preach about what I've never seen, the truth here will set you free. So the dude speaks from a loose leaf that'll let you see who leaves these plans on the set you bleed. Nowadays kids lose hands to let you bleed. You forget these things, cause it's a current issue too. I'm sure there's a baby in a dumpster somewhere screaming, save me. We underground hip-hop, that's what they label us. We fight for independence, got a chance of never making it. We underground hip-hop, that's what we're called. We ain't afraid to say fuck y'all when money's involved.